All right, I'm gonna let some people file in. I got the music going, got the visuals going. Everything should be good. Got the
But it's
list of
not.
stuff that I want to do. I brought Weeaboo Warrior back. If you want to say what's up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Weeaboo Warrior back again. If you weren't here for the last stream, I'm basically an anime movie YouTuber who just talks about fictional stuff that I like and power scale and stuff like that.
Yep, and then we got my boy, my lawyer, GB. If you want to say what's up.
I don't.
Got him. Yeah, but we have several topics that are written down to do already, and if y'all want topics done, hit the donations, or if I see something crazy pop up on the posts in terms of comments, or if GB sees it or anyone watching, we might address it here. But first thing we're going to talk about, I know GB knows a lot about Bleach. You're pretty familiar with Bleach, right, Weeaboo?
Yeah.
All right, so first topic to discuss is Yuha versus comics.
He loses.
Yeah, obviously, no shit. But but like on a serious note, I don't know how much Weeaboo knows about comics. So we'll go with GB first on the question. What tier do you see giving or like taking him down, or who do you see being a tough matchup for Yuha?
Tiers. I mean, there's 3 tiers in Marvel that do crazy stuff. So the tiers don't really matter. I mean, because Captain America would like run up on him and fold him.
Oh God.
But like realistically, probably gets like stuff that Surfer, like current Surfer, pretty hard.
I'd agree with that. Current Surfer would definitely be a nightmare for him.
And anybody like around that tier, like what current Herald tier would be, probably would be enough to stop Yua.
What's up, live chat? I'm just looking at it right now. Shout out to Kanye. He joined the live chat. Someone just hold on. Bane. Okay, we just got a donation to talk about what level Bane is as a goon. We'll talk about that after this. So I agree with that. So Yuha, like the thing with Yuha is his abilities do directly tie into like all futures, so you can't give him like easily multiversal hacks if you want to. And he does have a tricky set of hacks, but we do know what I think is a problem is shout out to Venom, just joined. He's in the live chat. Hit the live chat if you're watching. We're gonna be interacting as we do this, but shout out to Kevin. I see you in the live chat. Now, Yuha, like I said, he did get hacked by you. What's his face? Aizen. So, telepaths worry me. High level telepaths. So, it gets. I wonder, like, could Professor X at his best mind hacks Yuha? I don't know. It depends on the hacks he has to go against and who can neg his abilities. Do you have Weeaboo? Let's get your take on it.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the comic side, but I could just say what my stance is on Yuha. Like, I think there's probably the more mid-ball stance where, like, AP-wise, like multi-planet or planet plus or something like that. But then there's also the universal argument to that, which I don't know if you guys have them at the planetary or the universal scale. But I personally go with the planet scale, but I say, obviously, if you go to the universal scale, there's a lot more people he could beat. But mainly, his hacks... Yeah, the Almighty is pretty broken, but I see people, and I mean logically, he should, I think, be able to use all the Shrifts, and if he used them all extremely effectively, he would be an extremely tough opponent to beat. But the problem is he never did that. All he ever uses the Almighty, and he didn't even use it that well. So I could definitely see a lot of people at high tiers beating him. And about what you said with Professor Xavier, I could see him being messed with the mind, though I'm not sure if he could be completely beaten that way, because I feel like that's just something he would eventually break out of, and you can't really kill him. He would just bring himself back. I think so. I think Xavier would need to be paired with someone. Like he would like mentally like mess him up, and then he would have someone paired with him who could like just completely kill him for good.
Yeah. Yo, GB, what do you think of Loki versus Yuha?
That's like super overkill, depending on like what Loki you're using.
Yeah,
It could
classic
be like,
obviously would be a very be a
yeah,
rough night.
that's like really OD overkill. I mean, like the thing about a Yuha is like the thing about the futures is almost everybody in Marvel that's ever MC'd in their story has some kind of fate manip.
Yeah.
Or they've existed outside the story at one point. It's like,
Even
random
Nova.
characters like
yeah, even
Yeah, like-
Nova's done shit like that.
like super random characters that people have never heard of, like Sleepwalker. Like he's like a super nobody character from the 90s. And he like nobody but has fate manip, can exist outside stories, you know what I'm saying? So like Yua's not really gonna do much with the future manip shit. Like he's not gonna really pull off anything with that. His AP, I mean, we could give him like straight up just multiversal AP. It's not really gonna help. Most of like the Avengers roster, even in terms of street tier, do like wonky stuff all the time. Especially like we mentioned Cap earlier, Iron Man, even in his Mach 3 was clashing with Silver Surfer. Spider-Man's running around knocking out Doctor Strange, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's too much wonky stuff in comics. Comics has existed too long for characters like Yua to like get far. There's too many like random characters you could throw at them.
Yeah, I think I'm really worried about telepaths. That's what I worry about. Because shit doesn't matter if he gets mind hacked. And by the way, chat, we're considering a hypothetical highballed Yuha. So we're not even lowballing him right now. It's just, regardless of how high you scale him, Eisen mind hacks him. So I'm worried about that. I can see him if it comes down to characters that aren't great in terms of hacks in comics, sure. He can get through them. He could definitely catch some jobbers slipping. But nah, even highballed, he gets stuffed by like Herald tiers with good hacks. Or just characters with Herald tier hacks. Next topic. How strong is the Akashic Records? Oh, by the way, chat, if you want a question answered that's not included in the video costs, you can donate anything to make sure your question's specifically answered. Hit the Cash App, which is linked in the live stream description. But anyways, getting back on topic, Akashic Records from Vampire Hunter D, I'm going to be addressing. Shout out to Fran. Wanted me to kind of break down how strong the Akashic Records are for D, because it's important for Vampire Hunter D scaling, because the Akashic Records he's outside of. So the Akashic Records in the abstract, what they're supposed to represent are a complete coverage of everything in existence. This includes reality, non-reality, emotions, abstract thoughts, ideas, things like this. All of that is in the Akashic Records. So that's got to be outer to high outer, because it's outside of even dimensions. It gets into beyond the abstracts like emotions and fundamental being and non-being duality, stuff like that. And D is outside of that. So his resistance and hacks, like durability and stuff like that, is actually insanely high and can be even argued high outer. I don't think Weeaboo's read Vampire Hunter D.
No.
Yeah, so I don't think he really has an opinion on it, but I know GB has looked into it before and researched it and actually helped me out with it. So you have any opinions on the Akashic Records?
No. What's up?
Hard counter.
I mean, yeah, it's creation level. So I mean, you could with all the mentions of dimensions and different levels of dimensionality in Vampire Hunter D, you could just assume it's at its lowest, it has to be multiversal. So him existing outside of that is pretty good scaling. For those who are unaware, for those who already know about it, it's not going to come as a surprise. But nobody rolls with Vampire Hunter D. Netflix is never picking that up. Hulu's never picking that up. Give it up. Y'all series is dead. It's been dead. All right, let me stop.
Yeah, it probably is though. For real. Yeah. So like, for real, Cashapp records should be outer to high outer, and to counter them, you have to obviously scale to that. So just wanted to address that for my homie Fran and get that out of the way. I know he was curious about the scaling. Next, Eisen Goon review. So both of you are familiar with Eisen. What this, how the Goon review will work is, actually we'll do Bane first because someone donated for Bane just recently. How the Goon review works is you look at the character and evaluate what tier of Goon there is. 1 being the least, 4 being like divine, just way out there. So, Weeaboo, you don't have to answer this because I know you're not really a comic guy, but GB, I want your thoughts. Initial, just off the dome, thoughts on Bane from DC. Or do you want me to go first? It's up to you.
He's garbage because Cheetah pushed him through a wall.
That's rough. You think a Cheetah L, like, just takes you out the conversation?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, you beat up Batman, like you're supposed to. Like, that's your whole life. But what is Cheetah do? What is a jobber like Cheetah doing? Pushing you through walls casually. Like, I don't understand. That's crazy.
Bane's a hard one to calculate as a goon because he does have goon feats. I mean, he broke Batman's back, so that alone I can't put him below a tier 2. But yeah, narratively that's his one purpose. Outside of that, he does while out from time to time. Unfortunately, in my opinion, he's not given enough. For as much fucking stuff they write about Batman, you'd think they'd write more about Bane. Shout out to the donation from Diamond. Can you do a power scale on Power Girl? Yeah, next time hit the Diamond, hit the Cash App. Don't hit the YouTube donation. Those bastards don't pay until like the 21st. So hit the Cash App. But yeah, I'll talk about Power Girl a little bit. Now, back to what we were talking about with Bane. I think 2 or 3. He doesn't really, like, besides this, I see where GB's going with this, because, like, besides Batman, who has he really, like, who's he really been put over by? Who's he really styled on? That gives him mad goon props.
I mean, he beat up, like, all the Gotham rogues, like, that time he was Batman, but all those dudes are sorry. It's like, they're sorry, like, they're trash. So it's like, Batman has some of the corniest rogues in comics, to be honest.
I would say Bane is like a 2 or a 3. Probably a 2, though, off top of my head. Weeaboo, do you have any opinion on Bane? Do you know anything about Bane?
All I know is from The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, yeah. So
and I just know he pumps himself up in the comics with some liquid and gets swole.
Yeah, he does juice.
Major pause.
He would probably fail USADA.
Just to be clear, it seems being a goon is a good thing in this context, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. We fucks with being a goon. I guess I'll review the science behind it. So, the way I evaluate the formula basically is like, and I'll hear GB's take on it after I do this, but I do it based on, let's see, reliability in terms of doing goon shit. So, like, you're gonna do something funny or something disrespectful to your opponents or boss up on somebody. Goon moments you have that were W's over either relevant goons or stronger goons or just stronger characters or better characters, and then record in general against fellow goons. And I weigh those three out, compare them, and take the average score and do my tiers based off that. So in terms of reliability to do goon stuff, Bane's solid. Bane is gonna like do wild shit sometimes. Hold on, let me skip the ad. But in terms of W's over fellow goons, it's just like basically just Batman. That was crazy. But that's what he's supposed to do. And then record against fellow goons. It's not like he beats Batman much after after the first W. That's the worst part. So I don't know what he like. You think a 2 or 3 is fair, GB?
Somebody in the chat said Cheetah's like stated to be the 6th fastest character in DC. Yeah, and Catwoman's reacting to the Flash family. Anyway, no, I mean I don't really care. I mean like I guess, but I just don't think like he's worth talking about much, honestly. He's a regular dude. He's definitely one of the better rogue gallery villains that Batman has, but he's not goony enough to talk about, honestly. Now,
Yeah.
Penguin, on the other hand, all stuff.
Yeah, no, so we have like a good goon example would be Luke Cage once started an international crisis over $200. That's goon shit. So like something like that.
Okay. And you said there's 5 levels of goon?
4
4?
tiers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll just say for the Dark Knight Bane, since that's the only one I know, I'll give him somewhere between a 2 and a 3 as well, just because he's like some really memeable moments and just really like cool badass moments, but then he gets like some major points knocked off for that, like the plot twist.
Oh yeah, the plot twist kind of takes away from his score.
Yeah.
Came in the game at least a 3. Might have finished a 2.
Yeah.
That was probably his biggest issue. Next one up though, you can weigh in on, and we'll let you go first. Yeah, Joker is a goon. Someone donate for a Joker video. Eisen.
I'm gonna have to give him a 4, just because he's like the biggest troll. He's like a troll meme, and just like basically gooned on the entire Go tie by himself, and also just pretending to be a nerd with glasses that entire time.
I could see that. I mean, he even trolled Yuha. What do you, GB? What do you think of Eisen?
Yeah, he has to get max goo rank because he carried that series practically. So
he said Eisen Max is out for what he did for their culture. I mean, that's fair. I mean, obviously, yeah, when he was trolling the captains and he made them stab someone, that was horrible.
He literally made hits a guy stab his own like best friend or whatever. What's her face? The girl. Is it Himawari? No, wait, no, that's Naruto. Wait, but Momo, right? Momo. Is that the one that got stabbed?
Who got stabbed again?
I can picture. I'm pretty sure it's Momo. Dark hair.
wait, oh, the assistant. Yeah.
Hinamori.
Okay, so I did get the name right. I think.
Or
right?
Momo, yeah. Yeah, Momo. They're saying Momo.
Yeah. I think that's the same person. Yeah, Hinamori, Momo.
The stupid bitch that even after she got stabbed kept believing Eisen had good in him. Yeah.
Alright, no wonder why I got confused. Her name is Hinamori, and then Naruto has Himawari, which is Boruto's sister. That's confusing.
Yeah, nah. I'm trying to bring the chat log back up. Yeah, nah, I give Eisen a 3 or 4. Godly villain in his context of his own series. Always doing something wild, always scheming. Solid 3 to 4. I can understand as an like a Bleach. If you're big into Bleach, I could see him being a 4 for you.
Yeah, the one thing that could bring him down is basically he basically made himself lose by creating Ichigo to be, and then Ichigo just like destroyed him. He's like, oh, I need someone to be equal to me, and then he just got stomped.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa. Hold on. Somebody, state of emergency. Someone just said Doctor Strange is a high tier goon. Let me tell you something, buddy. You can't be a high tier goon if you lose to Hulk for being dumb. That automatically disqualifies you for being a high tier.
you're talking about
There's
World War Hulk?
Yeah, there's no way in hell. There's just no way in hell.
Man said I can't forgive that. Oh no.
That undoes multiple levels of goon. There's no way. Imagine losing to the dumb guy because you were dumb.
To be fair, I think that was stated with the... So, as a fan of my channel, they're probably thinking of Classic Strange. But outside of Classic Strange, he does a lot of dumb shit. Doctor Strange has jobbed before, I'll be honest. Like...
Classic Strange was getting supremely folded like a lawn chair by Peter Parker. Yeah.
Next, yeah, I think we all agree on the Eisen thing. Violent Jack Goon review. Alright. A lot of people don't know Violent Jack. Weeaboo, do you know Violent Jack?
Nope.
Alright, so imagine if we tried to fucking react to this live, GB. Oh my god. How fast would that demonetization be? But I want to... GB's the one that actually introduced me. So I want to hear GB's rating of Violent Jack. What's his goon review to you?
Violent Jack doesn't get a goon rating because goons strive to get a Violent Jack rating.
Yeah, that... God, like, Violent Jack is fucking crazy. So, Weeaboo, if you don't know, like, he's in the...
No, thank you.
he's in the Devil Man verse. He actually, like, shares a verse with them. And he's just a dude that was buried underground, gets unburied, he's big as fuck, has a knife, and he doesn't take shit from anyone. And... yeah, sorry about that, guys. When the ad pops up, OBS changed, so I have to manually, like, hit it. But anyways, getting back to what we were talking about. Violent Jack, just, like, in the most fucked up world ever, it's like a post-apocalypse world, he just walks around stabbing shit with people that aren't on his side, clearly.
Yeah.
The scene he's referring to is... This was funny. So, well, it shouldn't be funny. It's dark humor. This lady, she was like this pimp bitch. She was trying to rape this girl. And Violent Jack walked in. And she was like, oh, Jack, like, no beef. Like, you can jump in too. And he was like, no, thanks. And literally cuts her in half. He said, no, you nasty bitch. And just cuts that bitch in pieces. It was crazy. Yeah, he genuinely doesn't care. He's probably a 4. Everything he does is goon shit. He's not afraid of shit. He'll try to stab anything. And like the whole series, they don't even know if he's human, just because he's a wild boy. So next up, we have Yuha goon review. This is interesting. And I'm going to save... I did have a few more from Fran written down for Yu, but I'll do those individually. Now, Weeaboo, what would your grade be for Yuha?
I'm going to give him a 3 just because he almost feels like they just tried to copy Aizen's goodness with him. Like Yuha's still awesome. Like, I almost like him as much as Aizen, but it's like... It almost just feels like they're like just trying to recapture Aizen with what he did. If you know what I'm saying, like just like him trolling people. I really like the moment where it's like Ichigo brings out his Bankai and he's like, "Nope, I just destroyed that already." That was pretty good. He does a lot of trolling stuff, just mentally messing with people. But yeah, but he was like basically all powerful and still found a way to lose to a silver arrow. So, and also his ending was cut short by Kubo because of the rushed Bleach ending, which really kind of messes with him. So I'm gonna say a 3.
That's fair. What about you, GB?
There's like a lot of issues I have with Yua's like overall progression. Like stealing bunkais, then never using them. Just weird things happening to him that shouldn't be happening, things he shouldn't be susceptible to. How is Orihime reacting to this, man? I don't know. How is Orihime reacting to half the people in the series? I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, he's tainted by like a lot of just inconsistencies. If you look at like, if you don't look at the inconsistencies, yeah, he's like, concept wise, he's pretty goony, but actualized, he's not. I don't think he's like too goony. I give him like a 2 or 3.
All right, for my official weigh in on this, so I think it's weird. Okay, so I think he's definitely used to put over Aizen in the end still, who was already put over, so that's wild. So for that, I give him a 2 or 3. Probably, he is a goon for pulling up on Soul Society and having all the bullshit he has. Probably a 3.
Yeah. Also, I would like to mention that moment where you thought Yuha was fighting Yamamoto, but it was just someone pretending to be him the entire time. He's like, "Oh yeah, that wasn't me." That was pretty.
Oh
funny.
yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was a pretty good goon moment. Yeah, he's probably a 3, like a low 3.
Oh my god, wait, I just remembered. Yeah, no, he's a 2 for me. He's a 2 for me because when Grammy summoned that meteor, they fucked the scale it up completely and they said protect the king.
That was before he had the Almighty, though.
Who cares?
Oh
Nah, that's still kind of rough.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
still really rough, actually.
Well, yeah, that was stated by Hoshwall. Man, he's just like a fanboy of Yuha. He just wanted to protect his master. Yuha wasn't scared though.
Yo, chill, not the meteor.
You fucking hate to see it. Oh no. Alright, so we got the main topics written down so far out the way. We can kind of just cruise from here and talk about other shit. Let me go back.
I believe that one person wanted to talk about Power Girl.
Power Girl. How strong is Power Girl? Power Girl is typically seen as relative to Supergirl. It's obviously an alternate Supergirl with bigger tits. She's typically in the range of a Supergirl type. So depending on the era, it's like uni plus, you could argue, some solar system shit. But Power Girl usually doesn't get put over that well. So
No, let me tell you how Power Girl doesn't get put over, right? Magog, Superman Hunter himself, depowered to the point where he was basically street tier compared to what he was. Stood still. Power Girl charged at him, bloodlusted, and almost broke her back because she felt like it was a brick wall. Literally just collapsed when she hit him. She's a jobber.
I like her costume. Good costume. It shows off her assets.
yeah, and too bad it doesn't help her win. Like that.
Well, I
Yeah, she'd
mean,
be a
maybe if
big
it's
hit
a
in My
guy,
Hero.
if it's a male, that might help her win.
She'd be a big hit in My Hero. Hey, she'd probably lose to Mineta.
That is facts. His balls are unbreakable.
Yo, we can kind of address that right here because a lot of people ask this question. And I'm going to let GB give his take first. What's a jobber in fiction?
A jobber in any context, not just in fiction, is someone who solely exists to give other people clout. Like, all they do is put other people over and make other people look impressive. That's it. So like Wolverine, everybody loves Wolverine. Wolverine loses to everybody. That's like your foot in the door if you're a street tier. You're like, oh, he beat Wolverine. He's a serious street tier. Wolverine's a jobber. He sucks.
If you want, I hate this, but it's true. If you want to be a good martial artist in Marvel, you've probably beaten up Iron Fist at some point.
Yeah.
Even Wolverine's fucking sparred him and beat him. That's gross.
Or like you've been mentioned in like being relative to Iron Fist without even like on panel fighting basis. Him. Yeah, like on panel, no fights, nothing. You're just relative. It's like really bad. Some guys are just really, really bad when it comes to being put over.
Yeah, obviously Silver Surfer. I just made a video on that. Yeah, in anime.
Oh yeah, if you come to 616, you gotta beat up Thor. Like Thor's a jobber.
Yeah,
you cannot threaten the multiverse without beating up Thor first.
Chill, Chuck actually requested that one personally, so I'll be making that one at some point. Yeah, it's now in anime, to give a good example of a jobber in anime. Sticking with Bleach, we can go with Bleach. I thought Renji was a jobber.
Renji was for sure a jobber.
Yeah, Renji got beat up by everybody. Chad?
4 L's.
Holy shit. If you have any VIP access, you're beating the fuck out of Chad. Like, Chad was in the big games with the big dogs. Chad's nowhere to be found. Chad will airball a layup in the fourth quarter.
To Yua so crazy. It was absurd the way they had Kenpachi job to Yua. That was actually insane.
You mean the copy of Yuha?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It wasn't even Yua. He put over a bald dude. He put over a random bald twin that didn't get backstory for more than 2 panels. Oh my god. You are putting over the backup.
You know who the ultimate anime jobber is?
Who?
Vegeta.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Yamcha.
I mean, honestly, Vegeta's
okay. Here's it. Okay, so having just like read Dragon Ball, like the beginnings of it and shit, I thought Raditz had a strong argument for the worst fucking jobber. Like literally after Raditz got folded, he was who everyone compared to for like 20 chapters on like getting your ass beat. They're like, no, he's not like Raditz L level. Like he's a little bit above that. Like everybody, literally, even Tien, like casually scaled above Raditz after that. Like Raditz was used to fucking shit on. Like I don't know. Like it was pretty bad.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like anime has a lot of jobbers, to be honest.
Yeah.
If we're talking about jobbers, like real jobbers, Misty from Pokemon. Terrible jobber. She was losing to rock types. She was literally losing to rock types, and she had what? Like that was when Pokemon was as simple as it gets. If you have a water type, you beat a rock type. And she was losing to rock types. Like I don't know. Graveler was going ham on her, bro. Like it was crazy. Like I don't understand. I really don't. She had a Togepi. Like I don't. Yeah.
Oh, and just to address this too for people, you can be a jobber and a goon at the same time. Perfect example, Vegeta. Vegeta's for sure a goon. Like, he pulls up on everyone, starts shit with everyone, he fights children, he tells people they're shitty parents, like, stuff like that, but he's just nowhere to be found for the big W's, which makes him a jobber. Renji fights everybody. He just gets his ass beat by everybody. That's, like, so you can be a jobber and a goon at the same time. A lot of them, like, Wolverine. Perfect fucking example. He can beat anyone. And he can lose to anyone. Literally anything. Like a deer can beat him. So,
like, in like super simple terms, a goon is essentially just somebody who's funny but is a dumbass.
Yeah, it not even dumb. Like the moments are just outrageous. Like that's what we're here for. It's not even necessarily wins. You don't have to win a lot to be a goon. Like just the way you like handle your business.
Like you're like being a goon has nothing to do with you being strong.
Yeah, it's more how you handle your business. And like going out swinging and shit like that. Like Doom Doom's not a dumbass, but he's a goon in the way he handles his business. He's so extra. Super unnecessary, petty.
You do a video
shit like
on
that.
Goon moments that went wrong.
Goon moments that went wrong? Oh, Doom has a lot of those.
Nobody has. Number one has to be Deathstroke pulling up on Lobo for the contract. What an L.
Oh, no.
No amount of wealth would be worth that beating.
You know what's a really bad goon moment, bro? I don't care what anybody says. When the fucking squad pulled up on Sidious to arrest him, and Mace was like, "Yo, Senator, you're under arrest, pussy," and like they all pull their lightsabers out and get blitz fucked like instantly. Like, oh, they really thought they were about to get put over. Like, that was tough.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one really bad one for Doom where he had like a date that went wrong with Storm, and he put her in Diamond. And if y'all didn't know this, for the chat, Storm back in the day had this horrible fucking phobia of being buried alive due to her childhood. I don't know if it's still that prevalent in modern X-Men. She kind of tried to get over it, but when Doom did that shit and encased her in Diamond, she fucking freaked out and was like about to tear the planet apart. And Doom was like, "Yo, chill, like no beef." And then like, so it failed there, but he asked her for a number after. It's funny as shit. It's goon shit. Like that's just but it was definitely a goon moment got wrong because he almost died. That's one of the ones that comes to mind for me with Doom.
Another goon moment gone wrong could possibly be Miles Morales pulling up on Venom during the King in Black arc. Miles really tried to get revenge.
When Venom was... Yo, Noel? Okay,
Hear
hear me out on this. That GB will probably agree with this. Goon moment gone wrong. Noel pulling up, beating 50 billion people but losing to an amped Venom.
No, that's there's too much like there's like way too much time. It wasn't like instantaneous.
Okay.
It like to me there has to be like something instant. It has to be like instant fail. But like so like Sentry, you know, like because Sentry fans love to gas this man up. Sentry pulls up, one shots a Celestial, proceeds to literally die the next panel.
Yeah, that was tough.
What a bum! Put him over! Put him over, champ! Do the job!
Let's go by animes. We're going to go through animes and talk about their best jobber and goon moments. All right, Weeaboo, you start us off. What's your favorite anime?
Let's see. I mean, I would guess overall Dragon Ball Z, just because it's like one of my first ones.
All right,
and
we'll talk about...
liked
thank God, because I don't know many animes. We'll talk about Dragon Ball first. Best goon moments in Dragon Ball.
Best goon moment.
Jiren refusing to unfold his fucking arms for like half the tournament.
That is a good one. Hit is pretty goony.
Hit did have... I fucking loved Hit as a character. Like, he was one of my favorite characters in Super.
Hey, goon moment gone wrong. Krillin asking Goku to punch him for real one time. Man was hospitalized. No.
Yo, you know what was almost a goon moment for real was Krillin almost fucking killed Vegeta in Z.
Yeah.
He almost got put over.
Hey, goon moment for real is any entrance to a fight that Vegeta has.
Yeah.
Anytime Vegeta pulls up to a fight, this man has a WWE WrestleMania entrance.
Yeah, facts. His entrance,
especially that Android movie.
Android 19, the way he did Android 19 was crazy as fuck.
Another goon moment gone wrong was when Golden Frieza started laughing and attacking like Topo right before he like got his like shit kicked in.
Yo, goon moment gone wrong when my boy Golden Frieza got assigned a box Broly.
Yeah. At least he lasted an hour.
I mean, to be fair, Vegeta had like a very prolonged. That's one exception to the prolonged time of a Goon moment gone wrong. Vegeta really pulled up on Broly and took the longest L. Like this man just. I've never seen somebody fight so hard knowing damn well that something's going wrong off rip.
Any
Like,
Broly death, Goon gone wrong. How the fuck is he dying the way he dies? Didn't he get put
what do you
out by
mean?
his
That
son?
body shot was serious.
Hey, he put that son over, GB.
A Dragon Punch is serious, first of all. It's so serious it's never been made canon. How do you feel about that?
That shit was so dumb.
Another Goon moment is when Vegito as a piece of candy beat Boo's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Most
my
of
God,
Boo's
Goon
career
moment
was
gone
Goon
wrong?
shit.
Yeah.
Goon moment gone wrong in Dragon Ball.
Bobbity.
All the cool looking characters in GT got getting folded by nobody liking GT. Wow. Wow. All the cool character designs that were just wasted.
They really
by
were
nobody
wasted.
liking
That
shit.
fucking sucks. Nah, Bobbity's Goon moment was pretty fucking bad. Like, controlling Vegeta, like, and then Vegeta just like, nah.
People might disagree with this, but the biggest Goon moment for me in Dragon Ball is when Piccolo saw them, like, felt these dudes fighting Broly and literally for once in his life said, nah, I'm not gonna interfere with that. It takes a real goon to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? It takes a real goon.
He said, I know what I'll get if I go over there. Let me back
He
off.
said, I'm trying to make it to the next movie, dog.
Oh, man. No, yo, Goon moment for real. Master Roshi punching out of his pay grade in Super.
Yeah.
And eliminating people. That was funny as shit.
No.
I don't know if
No.
you read the manga, but in the manga he actually fights Jiren.
What a god. I
He
think I
like
do
uses
remember that.
he uses like an incomplete form of Ultra Instinct or something and fights Jiren.
Yo, Goon moment gone wrong, Dragon Ball. Gohan fans having to take the L of Gohan beating Cell, thinking they're gonna get a whole series about Gohan after. Fast forward to now, Gohan struggles to maintain Super Saiyan.
Yo, real shit.
Tracksuit
Like,
Gohan.
yo, Frieza getting his fucking career ruined by Trunks, him and his dad.
That was
Like-
a big jobber moment.
Yeah, like Trunks just showing up and shitting on them.
Yo, everybody in the chat, go on every official Dragon Ball page on social media right now and tell them to put PyCon in Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm getting real tired of it.
It's a fair request. All right, let's switch to different anime.
Of course, we've seen Beelzebub. Well, I've seen Beelzebub.
I watched like the first episode like a year or two ago, and that's as far as I think I got.
Yes, Flash needs to watch Beelzebub. He'd love that shit.
What's
That
it
shit.
about?
Oh my god, yeah. It's about a baby who goons 24/7.
Is there a trailer
Like,
for it?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
react to it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on YouTube. Give me a second. Actually, I'm just gonna look up what it's about. Give me a second. You said it's Beelzebub?
Yeah.
Beelzebub. Is it an anime?
Yeah.
Beelzebub anime. Alright, let me see what this is about. Let's see if I'd really be a fan. Oh, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about Skeletor in a minute. Give me a second. We'll talk about Skeletor in a minute. Being a goon. I didn't forget. Beelzebub. Okay, let's see what this is about. He goes to a school for delinquents. Oh, it's just hood rat shit.
No, but
He's the caretaker of a baby who may be the future Demon King.
Yeah, the baby is Beelzebub.
Oh yeah, that's based. That's based. Yeah, I might like that. Is it like picking up steam right now? Is it like popular right now?
That's an old ass anime.
My fault.
It's only like it only has like one season. I think it only has like 15 episodes or something.
Okay. Okay, so Skeletor. I know GB knows about Skeletor. GB, what would you rate Skeletor as a goon?
I mean, Skeletor whacked the shit out of Superman in the classic comics.
Yeah,
so
and that
Skeletor's a
crossover,
high tier goon.
Yeah, he hit the shit out of him with his sword,
What
right?
the fuck is this? Get out of here! And then like he whacked the shit out of him. Superman was like, "Oh my god, it's magic." Skeletor was like, "You dumbass."
Is Skeletor not the He-Man villain?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. He pulled up. He had to put in work against Superman once.
You make more statements.
I did not know they shared the same universe.
Yeah.
He-Man be all over the place. Yeah, Doomfist. I already did the Goon review on here. You'll be able to rewind it later, by the way.
God tier goon.
I don't know if he's a 4, though. I know he's like at least a 3.
Yeah, he's a 3. He definitely doesn't like.
He doesn't do anything wild, and he's scared of He-Man.
Yeah, like he's like a solid 3 for sure, but not a 4.
They made him a jobber in the new show. I didn't even watch the new show.
That show was made by Kevin Smith. What do you expect? Everything he makes sucks.
Oh, I'm done. This man made it personal.
Yeah, Kevin Smith should have stayed silent, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so we'll start taking chat requests. And, oh, Skeletor does talk a lot of shit. And he definitely wasn't impressed with Superman. In fact, I think he used Superman to fight He-Man.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. By the way, guys, I'll announce it on stream. This December, in a build-up to Christmas, I will be dropping at least 2 videos a day. Possibly 3. I'm about to outwork all of YouTube or die trying. Probably die trying. But I'm going to try that shit. Because I've been doing a lot of Jobber Goon videos, but I'm also like, I have so many videos I want to do that, and GB can attest to this, I'm always thinking of different videos. Like, it's a horrible fucking habit. But I'm going to be doing at least 2 a day, but I'm going to be aiming for 3, but sometimes it might only be 2. But yeah, the goal, the dream upload schedule would be a Goon video a day, Jobber video a day, and either a Who Can Beat or a Versus battle. But it's going to be either 2 or 3 a day for all of December. So we're about to grow like a mother. Like, it's going to be
beastly.
crazy. Yeah. We'll see how long that lasts. But with like such inspirational leaders like GB around me, you know, should be easy, right, GB? Cheetah will be. We didn't do Cheetah yet. Cheetah, I think Cheetah will get her individual video. Not actually, I'll review some Goon shit. So Cheetah gets Goon points from. She does have some showings against the League. She once like went to jail on purpose just for clout. She's fucked with Wonder Woman on multiple occasions and like trolls her. Obviously has like stolen clout off her speed and like getting the drop on Flash and being compared to the Flash family, and Flash is such a fucking jobber. But yeah, it's just with Cheetah, unfortunately, she doesn't get that much opportunities to do Goon shit. So there wasn't much to go over. That's why I kind of wanted to bring it up in stream. But in terms of where I would put her as a Goon, I would say probably a 2 or a 3. Just doesn't get enough shine to be any higher than that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, GB? What level would you give Cheetah?
He does like a 2 or 3.
Yo, can you?
He doesn't do anything.
Okay, there you go. I couldn't hear you at first. You said a 2 or a 3?
Yeah, she's like a 2 or a 3. She doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I think I'm more like a strong 2, more than a 3. Probably a 2. Let's see. Any chance of some Sony Venomverse scaling with the new movie being dropped? Possibly in versus battles. I'm planning. So my versus battles, I'm planning on doing just strictly bangers, like just dope ass matchups. So it's possible. In terms of Star Wars, let's talk some Star Wars. Let me pull up that tier list because I wanted to discuss some versus battles, and it's cool we have GB here. Hairball. Let me look. Oh, One Punch Man video is coming soon, by the way. There will be One Punch content added.
Nice. That's one of my favorite animes as well. And
Did you say? Okay, we can talk about that. Did you see the recent update?
the new chapter? Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about? Yeah, I saw the new chapter.
All right, I just read it. Keep in mind, full transparency, not read the whole series. GB hit me up and was like, yo, check this shit out because God's coming. What'd you think of it, Weeaboo? Go ahead.
The new chapter, I thought it was pretty good. I liked the the intro to God. It was pretty creepy, especially with like the switching to the color was pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what he can do.
Yeah, from what I read, it seemed the color transfer was actually literally to represent the transcendental difference with God.
Yeah.
GB, what'd you think of it?
I mean, the chapter was, I mean, the God thing appearing at the end was really random. But it's obviously taken from the fan version of it, because that was like super random. But so many people loved that fan comic.
That fan comic is super detailed.
Yeah, it was well, not illustrated, but it was drawn really well.
Yeah, that shit looks real.
Yeah, it looks almost exactly penned the way the actual artist for the one series does it. Yeah, like it's really like weird because I'm just hoping that they actually follow up on it. Because One Punch Man has this habit of introducing something cool and then they put it on a back burner for like 6 months and it just randomly appears again. So I hope that this is something that's actually happening now, but it doesn't, like, because nobody else noticed that thing apparently just standing on the moon. Like literally nobody noticed this thing bigger than the moon just standing up there. So
it's possibly that was in his mind though. I wasn't sure if he was actually on the moon or if it was like a vision he was seeing.
I think it was something that maybe like a mixture of both. Maybe he was there, but only he could see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the art style looked insane. It looks really cool. I'm hoping that maybe they like follow up on that. But like One Punch Man has a like, it's kind of messed up because you can't go to one's actual book because that book has nothing to do with the published manga now because they're two separate entities. So you can't like get the early story and then you have to wait so long for like a chapter to come out because they release on like monthly, I believe, right? So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, like with they kind of like don't follow up on things. That's like one of my problems. Like it seems like they always do a hype moment and then they never go back to it the next chapter. Like they just introduced Platinum Sperm, but then they switch to something else. Like I feel like they constantly do that. Like he constantly does that.
Yeah. Like they want to cover. I think their issue is that they want to cover so much.
Yeah.
And you wait so long. It's kind of like the Attack on Titan thing, where like they took that break from the anime for like a year plus, and then the hype kind of died down. I mean, by the
Yeah.
time the next chapter comes out, I don't even care about the thing anymore. Like, it's like
Yeah.
whatever. Like, just show me anything at this point. Like, so yeah. I didn't even know they were still fighting Garo or whatever they're fighting.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even. I look back and I went from seeing Blast or whatever his name is, or Bang or Blast, right? The new guy, the secret S tier hero guy.
Yeah,
That
Blast.
doesn't show. Yeah, like he appeared for literally like 3 panels, disappeared, never seen again. And I thought like we were past Garo, and then here still fighting Garo. I feel it literally feels like they've been fighting Garo for a year.
Yeah, they probably have.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like that they needed like yeah, no, I don't know. I understand a lot goes into the artwork, and the artwork is very high tier, but man, they need to like
Yeah.
speed up their
Like,
progression.
I
a
feel like it
little
would be
bit.
really good to just binge read it, but it's like just waiting for it really kills the hype.
I do need
Yeah.
to binge read it, but I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I'm speaking strictly from a power scaling stance. Well, kind of narratively too. I want to know how God ties into Saitama himself. If Saitama is like an avatar of God, draws power from God, or is he completely separate? Does he get his power from elsewhere? That's
I think he's
something I want to see. You think he's separate?
Yeah.
That's dope. I think that could lead to a dope storytelling.
Well, it took some of these powers, like. So we know that he can power people. Like we know that he gives like a certain. I think he gives like the monsters or something power, but I don't know if it's just the monsters or what that is. So
I might read that shit tonight, bro. I'm gonna catch up on One Punch Man tonight. I have Viz. I might as well.
yeah, I'm gonna catch up on One Punch Man too. I got HBO Max.
Oh man. What up, Jonah? Nice to see you join the stream. Yeah, I like One Punch Man too. I actually think it's super dope. I just want to see how God ties into Saitama's lore.
Yeah.
Whether they make him, he draws his power from there secretly and didn't know it, or it'd be even dope, man. Like if they went like he accidentally is powered by like some demon or a demon king or something. I don't know. And he's just too dumb to like act in an evil manner. That'd be interesting. What other anime manga update? I mean, Star Wars wise, we were talking about. We did a tier list earlier, GB, just like canon shit. We'll ask you this. This was. We'll get GB's take on this. Let me pull it up. Let's see. We're about to get a donation for a versus battle live. Dope. We'll do that. Let me pull up this. Hold on. I had someone calling me. The tier list is okay. Here it is. Okay, GB, what do you think of episode 9 Kylo? Do you think he's the same tier as Vader? Yeah, movie 9 Kylo.
Same tier as what Vader? Like movie Vader?
Yeah, canon shit.
If it's strictly movies, yeah. Comics, fuck no.
You think comics Vader has more to put him above the tier?
Yeah, because comic Vader has that astral projection, other timeline, beating all the Jedis and all the council and all that crap. Like, I don't think Kylo can do all that.
Oh no, we're not considering astral fucking projected Vader. Yeah, that's like true form type shit. We did like the list does have that true form Anakin or Vader as like god tier.
Yeah, so
The
Comic
movies
books,
is
no,
different,
but movies,
Angus.
yeah.
The movies is different because narratively, literally, Kylo's goal was to surpass Vader, and it was implied he did that after killing Snoke. And he like one-shot a Zillow Beast, which Vader couldn't do. There's just a bunch of shit they gave him to say he surpassed Vader. In terms of who would win, probably Vader. Just experience. No, I mean he literally killed Snoke, and Snoke was
Angus is on your ass, yo. Angus is on your ass,
Snoke was literally. He just said fair. Shut up.
Nah. Fuck that.
Snoke was said to be Sidious level from Return of the Jedi, and Kylo got the drop on him and killed him.
Yo, Angus, get in this man's ass.
I'm sick.
With the Zillow, exactly. Oh my god,
he's agreeing with me. Oh my god.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Yo, Angus, tell him.
Hold on. They said they give hints that Blast has a stronger form of the same power as Saitama. He's seeing if Saitama is ready to fight God.
I don't recall any of that. I mean, there are things that, like, Blast said he was like a hero for fun or something similar to Saitama, but I don't think there's any other indication they're related at all.
Plot twist. Blast is Saitama from the future.
Where did he grow hair? He got a
Blast
hair
is Omni-Man? Is this possible? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm like super pumped to read One Punch Man now. I'm gonna catch up on that shit because I have content for it coming out. But yeah, yo, we already crossed an hour. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I had a blast hanging out. I'll definitely probably be having Weeaboo come back for regular content. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Again, if y'all want to see videos done like versus battles, by the way, Genius, just that 50 that you're gonna donate will be applied to a regular versus battle. I didn't see anything sent in the live stream.
Yeah, donated 50.
Huh?
Yeah, he donated 50.
50? He did?
Yeah, it's in the live stream.
Hold on, we'll finish with that then. It didn't pop up for my stream chat. Hold on.
He didn't say anything though. Yeah, he didn't say anything in the donation. It just said $50.
Oh, it was just a donation?
Yeah.
Genius, you're supposed to hit the Cash App, my guy. Because they don't give me this. Appreciate you, but they don't give me, YouTube don't give me that shit till like the 21st. Little bastards. So I hit the Cash App. But, let me see what battle he wants done. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him in DMs. We'll do that battle real quick. Skip ad. Alright, let me DM him. Let's see. What's the battle? You can DM it to me if you want.
They want you to do Apex versus Overwatch.
Stop. What did he really ask for? Did he say in the chat?
No, he didn't say it. I didn't see anything.
No, I'm looking.
I just see versus battle.
Yeah, he just wants you to do any versus battle. Alright, so in that case, Iman Shumpert versus
Oh no, I'm not doing this shit. Oh my god, this propaganda's been pushed too much.
Let's go!
Did we cover Wonder Woman this stream in terms of being a goon? No, we didn't. She'll just get her video.
No, she won't get a video because she's not a goon.
She's getting her
How about that?
Video.
How about that?
In terms of jobbing, she would be like a main event talent enhancer. Although recently they kind of retconned that. Rebirth Superman versus Fully Confident Gladiator. That's the battle. Alright. Sorry, Gladiator.
Wait, so Gladiator has to... Who hates Gladiator? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, why are they doing that?
Okay, so here's the problem with Gladiator, right? Like, he did have that dope-ass... He's fast as shit. He did Blitz Heimdall, but he, Lost to the Destroyer armor. You think
Yeah.
Superman? I don't even
Yeah,
want to finish asking the
Superman
question.
wasn't-
It's
Superman wasn't
Rebirth.
in the Destroyer armor.
That's the
It's
problem.
magic. The Destroyer armor is magic.
Oh yeah, facts. Hey, talk your shit, but nah, Rebirth Superman's like ridiculous. He has like a multi-continental feat of breaking like the World Forger. Shout out to that one. Remember that post, GB?
I mean, it was. Forget that it shattered the rest of the dimension in the next panel. Forget that. Only a 6D feat, TBH. Eisen low-key bolos.
Oh no, yeah, but before we go down that route, yeah, but real shit, Rebirth Superman's ridiculous, and he would just take the confidence away from Gladiator with how fast he is. So I do think Rebirth Superman probably pieces up Gladiator. Yeah, that's my opinion on that matchup. Definitely, I will say this. I do think Gladiator's fast enough, but Superman hits harder. For sure. Tougher. And he's going to get worn down. Superman should have better stamina, too. So
Jake Paul is the goon.
Jake Paul did steal Floyd's hat. Got your hat. So, I mean, yeah, probably. But, yeah, that's it. Make sure to go check out Weeaboo's channel. Subscribe to him. He just crossed 10K tonight. Go check out GB's channel, King and Affiliated. He is way better than me at video games. And he like folds everybody in fighting games. Definitely go check out, especially if you don't know how to play fighting games, go watch his shit. He gives excellent tutorials. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. It's been your boy YFE, aka Jobbers and Goons, and